And praise of being unheard. And also why working out ain't a duty, it's just for fun, funsies. If it ain't fun, it ain't worth doing. Also, one of the reasons I love working out, for me honestly, it's kind of like my Zen temple. Also, another thought. Don't work out to music because you'll probably be more distracted and your workout will take longer, and also keep your phone away if you want to be more efficient. Right, let's start with 2 plates. And how to do this dealie. Take this thing here, loop it through here. Then the other side. This little dealio, connect these bad boys. The best way to do it. See these 2 clips. Hold it like this. And the secret is the thumb. So with the thumb, just push this in, push this forward together, and click, use in. Cool. You can see, you're strapped in tight. Bad boy ain't going nowhere. Step on the platform. Standing on the platform. Right. Just I like to aim for like 2 reps. For me, lots of reps, kind of boring. Yep. And you don't want to do too many reps or else it's going to tire you out and you could do less weight afterwards. Alright, that was 2 plates. Now let's put on the 3 plates. Unclip this bad boy. Alright, take this doohickey. Stick it through, loop it through. Alright, then link this in. Clip. So what it looks like is Kind of looks like that. So essentially you just want to push these guys together so it could flip in. Two hands is better. All right. Push it in. Click. Bada bing, bada boom. Use money. Right, cool. All right, now got 3 plates. Step on top of the platform. Yep. Ronnie Coleman. Lay away, baby. Come on. Hype yourself up. Yep. Easy. And then honestly at this point it's more of like a static hold. And you know, people are like, oh, use cheating. I'm like, I don't care. I do it for myself. I do it for fun, and I do it for my own personal entertainment and for my own ego. And this is actually the funny thing is that people always like, oh yeah, you know, that's so egotistical, blah blah. I'm like, yo, like, isn't that the most honest thing you could do is to feed your ego? I mean, like even a guy that I respect, homeboy Ryan Holiday, he wrote the book called The Ego as the Enemy. And obviously there's much more nuance to it than that, but I don't know. Man, I think ego is good. Hubris, which is like being foolish, I don't know. I'm starting to think that in life, foolishness is good. You know, the infamous Steve Jobs quote, which he actually got from the Whole Earth catalog on the last issue, is stay hungry, stay foolish. Because every great entrepreneur or individual had to defy logic and rationality and common sense to achieve truly great things. And so actually being a little bit foolish is good. The only bad thing about foolishness is, you know, if it causes you to lose a limb, become paralyzed or die, that's certainly not a good thing. But besides that, let us indulge ourselves in all of our foolish endeavors. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 plates. Plate is gym lingo for a 45er. Yep. This one's for Ronnie. I know what people say. Ronnie's still the greatest of all time. Better than Arnold. Okay. Lightweight. Yep. Ain't no more peanut. Yep. Come on. Yep. Yep. Come on. So once again, at this point, it's more of a static hold than anything. Once again, it's good to just treat life less seriously. Just do this shit for fun. You ain't being graded, so when people are, oh, you know, this is also the thing too. Always be careful when people say, oh, don't do that, you're gonna hurt yourself. Especially if they're a stranger. I'm like, yo, why do you care about me and my own personal well-being? it typically seems that when people say, oh, don't do this, don't do that, that's good for you, that's not good for you, and especially if they're strangers, they're just being intolerant assholes who think it's like, it's either my way or the highway. And the bad thing about that is it discourages you from experimenting new things. People, oh, you know, you got deadlift with a belt, or else you're gonna hurt yourself. And I'm like, no, you guys are stupid. Like, just go on YouTube and search Eric Kim sumo deadlift 455. I'm like, I have never used a strap in my life, never used steroids. I don't do protein powder, creatine, none of that bullshit. I did this while fasting too. People, oh, you gotta have a pre-workout supplement or a protein shake, or you gotta eat a breakfast before. I'm like, nah, dude, like, and yeah, I was able to deadlift 455. That's 4 plates and 25 each side. Nothing but mixed grip, chalk, and and then this is actually why I love it too, cause like, dude, I have the most unextraordinary genetics in the world. My dad's skinny fat dude. I'm around like 5'10", and I think I lifted that when I was like 165, 175 pounds, stuff like that. I have relatively small hands and small wrists, and I'm actually not that super big built. And then the racist notion that Asian guys can't get strong. So I was able to so like, I am the ultimate black swan, the falsification. But you're a black swan too. Don't let other people talk down on you in terms of what you could do, what you can't do. I think actually the sad truth is nobody believes in themselves anymore, and essentially the more you can just kind of follow yourself, your own gut and stuff like that, and experiment and figure out things for yourself, the better, because this is where innovation is good. And this is where it's also good not to Google shit too much either, because if you're always Googling stuff, like Nassim Taleb says, everyone's trying to clumsily sell you an ad or something like that. And especially the whole bodybuilding industry, is not a good one, because eventually someone's gonna be trying to sell you some sort of like supplements or protein powders or cookbook or whatever. And then probably the reason why you could trust Eric Kim much more than like other randos is I make my money from photography and street photography and stuff like that. I don't make any money off of it. So it's just like, if you truly want to trust the opinion of somebody, it's simple, just follow the money, right? Is if somebody is, personally motivated to make a bunch of money off of, whatever they do, then they're certainly going to cheat or cut corners somewhere. And this is my heuristic is, how do you know if someone's natty or not, if someone's taking steroids or gear or testosterone, whatever you have you? If somebody's not on social media, they're not a YouTube fitness star or whatever, they're probably not on steroids, because what motivation or incentive do they have to it? But even competitive bodybuilders, like anybody who's competing, competitive powerlifters, of course there's going to be people who are cheating and bending the rules, because it's in their best motivation and interest. And so I actually only trust bodybuilders, powerlifters who do not compete, because once again, like, I'm starting to think, like, all these dudes that I know who did a show or whatever, they were probably doing steroids or weird anabolic blah blah blahs, because their ranking was dependent on it. And even all these, the reason I don't even trust these natural shows is that, even if there's like 99% compliance, you don't know who the 1% cheater is, and therefore it kind of gives everyone else a false view of reality. So I think that's what I'm trying to advocate against, is a false view of reality, what's possible, what's not. I mean, certainly everything at the end of the day is possible, and I don't think there's anything morally or ethically wrong with taking steroids or anabolics or weird stuff, but maybe it's just a little bit, it feels a little bit just disingenuous when people are deceiving you. So for example, if people are saying, oh, you know, I'm full natty, bro, and then they're, you know, they're taking steroids on the side, that's not good because it sets unrealistic expectations for people. And yeah, so essentially what I mean to say is be extremely skeptical towards everyone, even Eric Kim. I mean, I could only know the truth for myself because I know what I do and I know what I don't do in private. But for other people, yeah, you can't really trust nobody. That's just facts. Oh, something else I've been enjoying doing. So do chin-ups and then just try to do a one-handed hold. Seems like a good progression. So love me or hate me, agree with me, disagree with me. At least the one thing I'll try to do is, my promise to you is not to fake or front. And just say what I think it is, and just yeah, just share with you my personal truth, because obviously what works for me is not gonna work for you. But at least, you know, maybe give you some ideas, right? Anyways. Okay, looks like I'm a little bit winded. It's all good. It's all good in the hood. Yo, this private gym is pretty dope, right? Yo, check out this inception. Do you see you and you and you talking to a you and you and you? Yo, at this point, honestly, seems like life is all upside. There's really no downside. Don't take things in life too seriously. Nothing much more interesting than the human body and praise of flesh. Oh yeah, and also some ideas too. So everyone just like, yeah, I think it's all good. Don't just do the weight stuff, do the body weight stuff. People always put themselves into one camp or category for some bizarre reason. Yeah, I think a full stack solution is much more interesting, where we allow ourselves to do a little bit of everything, right? So I've been working on my planche. It feels good on the hips, especially since he's on the computer all day. Feels good on the back. So it seems with the best workouts, like Pavel says, Pavel Tatsuin or whatever, keep it short, keep it sinister, keep it simple and sinister, and we can all get the gains together. If you're curious, I think all that protein powder bullshit, creatine, supplements, vitamins, whatever, I think it's all a big scam, truth be told. I've been able to get epic gains, intermittent fasting, no breakfast, no lunch, just water and black coffee, matcha green tea, sometimes the 100% cacao powder.